You know, I went to the pharmacy this morning because I am crook.
Why'd you come to work?
I thought about calling in sick.
You should have called in. Who would you call?
Huh?
Just call someone?
Just leave myself.
Just leave yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Robbie.
text myself. I was coughing bad in the shower this morning. And I was like, dude, if I was an employee now, I would probably call in sick.
It's funny you mentioned that. I said that to someone today. When I had my hernia operation, I had the operation on Friday, and on Monday morning at 7 a.m. I was in the office.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and
in the office. I was limping. Like I was, and I thought to myself, had I been an employee, I would have taken that week off. And probably would have trickled into the next one after that too.
I'm going to take the week off just from hearing the story.
So it's funny how your priorities change.
Yeah, I was like, I felt so shit that I was coughing in the shower and I'm like, man, I really don't feel great. I was like, I'm going to go and I'll reschedule my whole afternoon and I'm just going to go do what, that's why I messaged you saying, hey, how early can you do the podcast? Because I was like, I need to knock
Get
this
it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. And then I'm just going to go and just rest.
You feeling better now though?
Let me finish.
Oh shit.
So I go to the chemist and I'm like, hey, I came here the other day. I got some cold and flu tablets. They're not working. I want the over-the-counter ones. I've heard this story about these over-the-counter.
Yeah.
The ones they keep behind the shelf. You know the ones they ask you for your license for?
No, never heard this story.
You never heard this? Okay. So I've heard it from a few people. And then someone told me the other day, like, you should get them. And I was like, okay. So I went there this morning, got them. Fucking gold.
Feeling
Dude,
$1 million.
I feel I can breathe.
Jeez, there you go.
Feeling $1 million. I might live on these.
How good's that?
Yeah, I could go for a run.
I'm not going to, but
I was gonna, I'll talk about it. But yeah, very surprised at how much they brought me back to life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was not well. Like I was like,
See, it's funny. My missus is the type that she'll just slog it out. She doesn't want to take anything. I'm like, why?
but these are just symptom relieving. They don't actually cure you.
Yeah.
They just give you what you need to go through it. And they're not like antibiotics. It's just like, the guy said, he's like, your heart might race. And I was like, what do you mean?
The races anyway.
Yeah, he's like, what do you mean? I was like, I get him, what do you mean? He's like it might increase, you might feel like, because it can increase your blood pressure. I said, is it like having too many coffees? And he goes, yeah. And I said,
Got it covered.
so I'm going to have this and coffee.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it with a coffee. Yeah. And now look at me. You wouldn't even know.
Wouldn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know until you told me.
You didn't know when you walked past and I had the Vicks thing hanging out of my nose?
I didn't even notice. It's just another day in the office.
Yeah.
There's not much that surprises me about you these days.
You were surprised before?
I was surprised that you were sick when you didn't look it.
Yeah, so here I am.
Here you are. And
Feeling dandy.
when you were, when I was an employee, I didn't take sick days. I know you said back in the day when you first started, you were like,
Was an apprentice?
you were like,
so ran out of sick days.
yeah, that's right. You're just like, how many have I got? Oh, cool. I got 10 to use for the year. Great.
Cool, I got 10.
Yeah, plus
Take
my 4
20
weeks annual
sick days.
leave. So I do that. You're adding up, calculating everything in your head. Yeah, I never did. I was always the type of person, of employee that would work. Came in, did my thing, worked hard, wore it almost like a badge of honor. Do you know what I mean? I don't take days off. I'm fucking going to keep working hard. But you see, I feel that has put me in a really good position in my professional career as well.
Why?
Because I always got promoted before others. I always got the best jobs. I always got to work with the best teams because people wanted me on their team. So when I was working for other companies, the senior people within the organization would want me to work for them. We want George on our team. We want George to do work on this project with us because I was a performer and I didn't take days off and I was reliable. And then I carried that on really into every organization that I went to. And then there's a level of that here too. It's your own business, so it's a fair bit different in that regard.
It's very different.
Yeah, like the buck stops with you.
Yeah.
But I look for it. I look for that spark in my employees as well. Is that unfair?
No.
Yeah, I just
Is it unfair? I don't think
like
so.
for me to have that expectation because what?
Well, looking
what
for
I
a spark
look
and
for-
having an expectation of chalk and cheese.
Yeah, true. But I want to see it there. Do you know what I mean? I see it sometimes, but I just want to see that person that's like, you got it. You got it. You get it. You understand the game.
Yeah. I also think there is an element of if they understood it well enough,
they'd be out on their own.
They'd be out on their own.
Most people would, but there are a lot of people who have that about them and are probably not going to ever be really good at running a business, but they would be an amazing number one or number two at another organization.
How do you find those people?
I don't know. I don't know. It's very hard, I think. I think it's rare to have them. But yeah, I do think it's difficult. And yeah, I mean, that's not to say I don't have them in my team now. I see the sparks, but I also see the level, just I don't know what the word is. It's not lazy,
commitment.
but I'm going to say, yeah, commitment maybe. There's times where the commitment isn't there. But then there's other times, there's other times when it is.
Is that because it isn't, or it's not at the level you want it to be?
Probably
Because commitment's a spectrum.
not. Yeah, that's right.
It's not a I am or I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like a how committed are you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not, yeah.
The other day, one of my employees particularly has been working really hard for like good 3 months. And we're talking. I said, oi, just side note, I said, I really appreciate everything you've done over the last 3 months. You've worked really hard, and the fact that we're at these positions in these jobs is vastly because of the effort that you've put in. So well done. And, me saying that to him meant so much. Like I could see how much that meant to him, for me to say that to him and to acknowledge how hard he had been working, because he has. And that's the spark. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like they're the things that I can go, cool, I can rely on this guy. When things are tough, I know I can call you. I know you'll be there. I know you will do this. So I want to, when I look to employ people within the organization, it's very hard to find that spark at the start. You know what I mean? I think you've got to go through the process to see how good they are. But I think for me, it's a quality that I want to really focus and hone in on.
You just reminded me of something that took me back yesterday, but took me back years. I went and I had a meeting with my old boss yesterday to go potentially do some work with Mercedes-Benz.
Yep.
Okay, so I went and sat down with him. I went to a new dealership that I hadn't been to, Mercedes-Benz Brighton. And I was there, and he's like, come, I'll show you around.
Did they not have one there?
They did, but they've moved.
They've moved to Brighton?
They've actually moved out of Brighton.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it's now in Moorabbin.
Yeah, right.
But it's Mercedes-Benz Brighton. But yeah, it was a new dealership, new wish. And he's like, come, I'll show you around, man. This is really different. And he shows me around, and he took me to the workshop. And dude, I ran into 3 people I used to work with.
Yeah,
as a
wow.
mechanic, yeah.
How funny.
And I saw them, and they are doing the exact same thing they were doing when I was there. Exactly the same thing. Like nothing's changed. Live in the same life.
How many years?
I left Mercedes first time. I got off the tools in 2014.
Yeah, so nearly 10 years.
Over 10
Oh,
years.
over 10 years,
Yeah.
sorry. But yeah, then you said you went
But like
back.
these are guys who, like one of the guys I saw there, took out my first engine with him.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He had been doing it for like 15 years when I started. And I went and saw him yesterday, and he was doing the exact same thing, dude.
Man, blink.
Dude.
It's gone.
I was like, I was almost flabbergasted. Like, couldn't believe. I was like, you guys are still doing this, huh? Still got your toolbox. Like, wow. Like, okay. And they're like, we watch your videos. But yeah, like that. Employees. That's commitment though, as well.
Yeah,
you want
it is,
you
isn't
want
it?
those people in your business.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely you do. 100%.
Yeah, and they're all decent technicians.
Yeah, that's not to say they're not good at what
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing.
no.
It's not to say they're sleeping and they've just
No.
been there for 10 years. Like
Yeah.
they've
also-
got their job because they're competent at what they do.
Yeah, but it's also comfort.
Oh, huge. And that's probably what creeps in, I think, with people, especially when you've been somewhere for a while. You the comfort aspect. So say, for example, start time 7:30, 7:45. I'm a bit late today, 8:45.
Oh,
Quarter to, but you know what I mean. Say 8 o'clock.
yeah.
But how come it doesn't go the other way? How come it's like, oh fuck, I'm going to go at 7 a.m.
Well,
I'm going to avoid all the traffic.
So
I'm going to be there at
it's
7.
It's the friction aspect. So if traffic bothers you enough,
Yeah,
it will go the other way.
yeah.
It's when it doesn't. Then it's like, well, the extra
The sleep.
Yeah, the extra sleep is good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do this first. Or I'm going to go here first. I'm going to.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.